Welcome to Anime Amigos.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Calvin Atkinson, the Pokemon punk,
I'm Reese, the Gundam Guru.
I'm Ren the JoJo Genius,
and we sadly lost Elliot at sea during. He was crowd surfing at Vakken, and we never saw him again.
yeah, we drifted off into the ether. Oh,
What the?
you're back!
3 weeks! I've been swimming from Germany for 3 weeks! None of you even tried to call me! I saw the group chat, you were saying you were gonna get Pablo to be the 4th amigo.
Wait, if you were swimming, how the hell does your battery last 3 weeks?
Anime logic.
There you go.
Your phone made
Here, I brought you a souvenir.
God damn it!
Oh, that's cool. I love that. This is the 5th amigo.
I shall call him Frederick
Hello, Frederick.
after my late granny's cat,
Frederick
Oh.
the Great.
who's also dead.
No.
Yes, you can have Frederick.
I'm in the manga vagrant. That's why my hair isn't wet, it was a long walk.
Also, sorry, just as an aside, because I was doing the Dueling Banjos theme, I didn't realise that's from a film that's like incredibly heavy in terms of its content.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, now I know.
And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe! So we're doing a very rare one today. We normally do a first few episodes on several anime. This is the first time we're doing the first few episodes on 6 anime. Stop pointing that thing in my face, it's really throwing me
You
off.
mean we're doing the first 6 episodes on 1 anime?
Yeah, we're doing the first 6 episodes on 1 anime.
You said you were doing the first few episodes on 6 anime.
Oh god.
I only watched one.
That's next week, Elliot.
Oh god, maybe I am getting dementia. So it's one that Elliot likes.
Bungo Stray Dogs!
And it was interesting first viewing for me. So this will be, just for the record, Ren, you watched...
First time watching.
You watched all the requirement.
5 episodes.
5 episodes. So just a little short.
Yep.
Reese, you watched 7, I believe.
Yes, and it was my first time watching.
I watched all 12 of the first season.
I rewatched all 12. No joke. I started watching it thinking I'll get a couple episodes in. I watched like half of it in one sitting.
Oh wow.
If you weren't streaming, I would have watched the entire thing.
So what is... Okay, so we know, Elliot, your opinion, you love this anime.
It's in my top 20 favorite anime. It is amazing.
By the way, we're doing this again in October for an anime of my choosing. I know the 3 of you haven't watched.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
Oh, I know what it's going to be.
Yep.
I can guess.
Well, I've got 2 choices for you, and you're going to pick one of them.
Okay, sure.
So, which cat-related anime is it, Cal?
But
back in-
I figure one of them's going to
Calvin,
be
we've
Eureka
all
7.
watched My Roommate is a Cat.
Oh, wait, did you say you've seen Eureka 7, Reese?
Yeah.
Ages
Okay,
ago.
so it's not that then. No, that's
Well, it could be that one.
Could be that.
Because you 2 haven't watched it. But anyway, so let's talk. So we're basically, this is Bungo Stray Dogs. It's now, how many years old is it now? It's
2016, I think, isn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
I remember-
I have the page up.
I remember hearing that ED a lot when I was watching the Anime America Awards. Yeah, spring 2016.
Yeah.
So we're coming up
So, funnily enough, it was just before we started Anime Amigos.
Yeah.
Yes.
about a year before we started. Yeah, because I remember the 2016 Anime America Awards. You heard the ED theme a lot because it got a lot of awards.
Yeah, the ED is I prefer the ED to the OP.
As it rightfully deserves.
Yes.
But so let's. I'm going to start with Reese. What did you think of your first experience of Bungo Stray Dogs? For all this detail,
I actually really enjoyed it.
Yay!
Ren.
Yeah, I really liked it as well.
I really liked it, but it reminded me of another anime that I like more.
Blockade Battlefront?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot of vibes between the two.
I was also going to liken it to Darker Than Black, which is like it has a lot of kind of like mafia sort of superpower-esque things.
Yeah, this is a show that sort of does feel like a lot of other shows,
Yeah.
but it's one of those kinds of shows that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to double check something now. So the manga for Bungo Stray Dogs started in 2012. It's still ongoing at the time of recording.
It's still ongoing. As a matter of fact, I think the anime is actually ahead of the manga after the ending of season 5.
So is the anime moving into filler territory then?
No, I think it's just going to be taking an extended break from the manga to catch up. Because the manga author actually worked very heavily with the studio, so they knew where the manga was going to go.
That's cool.
Also, for the record, I want to say, just in case we go into comparisons, Blood Blockade Battlefront starts in 2009 and finishes in 2015.
Yeah.
So Blood Blockade Battlefront did precede Bungo Stray Dogs.
Let me just check Darker Than
That
Black.
would be actually an interesting one. How many of us have actually seen Blood Blockade Battlefront.
I've seen the first 3 episodes for funny enough, one of these videos.
Oh yes, we did. Yes.
Yeah.
I've not seen.
I really need to watch more of that. I really enjoyed it.
Dark and Black for the record was 2006.
I'd love us to do a versus match between these two shows at some point.
Yeah.
You would have to watch like 5 seasons of Bungo.
Well, which is cool because you'd only have to watch 2 seasons of Blood
I
Blockade
didn't
Battlefront.
know it. So is it? It's not still ongoing.
Yeah, the-
manga,
Sorry, I just
manga
said that.
is, and there's been
The manga is there's been 5 seasons of the anime, and I believe there's been a movie as well.
Okay.
Though I think the movie's non-canon.
and there's also a spin-off series,
Right. Okay.
Bungo Stray Dogs 1.
Ah yes.
The one with the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. One is the noise that dogs make. I think in
Yeah.
that's
In
what they
Japanese,
say.
yeah.
Yeah, we say wolf here, they say wan.
Ippo from Hajime no Ippo has a dog called Wanpo.
Ah, that's cool.
Another comparison it seems to get here, one that I know, it gets Durara a lot of that, but another one it gets is the case study of Vanitas.
Yeah, Durara was kind of popular around the same time as Bungo, so it makes sense.
Yes, Vanitas it gets a lot of comparisons with.
I can see that, I can see Vanita.
Banana Fish.
Banana Fish it gets a few recommendations for people like Banana Fish, Blue Exorcist.
Yeah, as I said, it's a lot like those kinds of shows. But funny enough, those are the exact kind of shows I really like.
Yeah.
Like, I love Vanitas, I really liked Blue Exorcist.
One of the reasons I got the page up as well is, I think one of my big weaknesses of this show is I'm not very good at remembering characters by their name. I'm more good at
Same.
remembering them by their characteristics.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Same.
Like, I had to look up who's the mental one who's too honest. It's, oh yeah, that's Kenji.
Yeah.
It's all that business. But
Actually, here's actually some fun trivia. I actually ended up looking this up. I'm not sure if it's the same for every character in every season, but at least with all the ones I researched, they're all named after Japanese novelists or writers
well,
from the late 19th, early 20th century.
Well, I knew Rampo because I know Rampo Kaiten. I've seen a bunch of shows around his mystery novels.
The real Edogara Rampo was a detective novelist whose main character is actually Kogoro Akechi, which I'm gonna guess is where the name Akechi Goro from Persona 5 comes from.
It is. There's a direct reference to that.
And like, it's to the point where all the characters' powers are named after the most well-known works of these authors,
yes.
and they've actually also taken a lot of stuff from either from the works of these authors or the authors themselves, and so put them in the characters. Like, for example, the real Osamu Dazai was a very renowned author who himself had attempted suicide numerous times. Edogara Rampo, of course, wrote real-life detective novels. The real-life Kunikida was well known for his diary that he wrote, hence why his journal is a big part of his character.
What about Nakajima? Because he's the were-tiger, so...
Nakajima, yeah, he's also named
spoiler
after
for the first episode.
He's also named after the... It's not really much of a spoiler if it's in the first episode.
We're
He's also named after a famous author who I believe wrote stuff on Chinese legends.
And
like that.
tigers play a big part in
Yeah.
Chinese legends.
Yeah.
Now, it would be really funny if it was named after the author who did Tigger.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it actually was.
Well, it would have been Winnie the Pooh, so it's... what's his name? It was the subject of that film, Goodbye Acre Wood.
Yeah, the one with Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
No, it's
Christopher
Christopher Robin. It's the one that Dermot Gleeson played the author.
Oh, that one.
Which I found that film those films coming out so close together was a bit weird because it basically said, here's this book that where it kind of screwed up the kids mentally. Let's do
Actually, a fun fact about the real life of Osamu Dazai. One of his works is called No Longer Human, which is of course what the Stray Dogs Dazai powers named
as
after.
opposed to more human than
It's
human.
referred to as one of the most disturbing pieces of writing ever written.
Really?
And it was adapted into a manga by Junji Ito.
Well, that checks out then.
Yeah. Have you ever? Junji Ito is quite good at doing adaptations. Have you ever seen his manga of Frankenstein?
I've heard good things about it.
He does a very good job translating this. It's a very one-to-one translation of the story. He doesn't go.
Hog in the fish, but what you said fish.
All right. Do you want me to get on with the show? Yes, I will kill everybody. Anyway.
That was a nice tidbit though. I was wondering because obviously they're like quite poetic names for all the powers. So I was wondering where they came from. So it's nice to know that.
He says Nemo's a twat.
That begs the question in my mind. Are those names for the characters then all code names?
No, the characters' actual names.
Okay, yes.
It's the author just named them after these well-renowned writers.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Well, the director of this is
Mind you, I don't think all of the characters are, or the powers of the characters are named after these people's works.
Okay.
Like, I could not find a story by Kunikida called Dopo Poet, or one by Akiko called Thou Shalt Not Die. Stuff like that. Though it does make it kind of awkward because Calvin will know later in the series there's a character called Kyoka Izumi, who's a guy in real life.
Okay.
In anime, he's not.
Sure. Why not?
You have to take creative liberties, I guess.
I was going to say, we're taking enough liberties in...
We're already taking a lot of liberties, yeah.
Please tell me there's nothing in the guy who does the incest jokes.
I don't know. I like to know, yes, there are a couple a brother and sister who are a bit too close.
I wasn't sure if they were actually a brother-sister, but
They are, but I think they are at least. But my view on it is that it's so over the top, it kind of becomes funny again.
It's kind of
It's not like, say, Domestic Girlfriend, where they take it fully seriously. They are doing it.
And everyone reacts as if it's very gross.
Yes, it's very similar to Mission Yozakura family in that sense.
Yeah. And as well, what was it? Who is the person who has the power? Thou shalt not die.
The nurse.
Yeah, because when she spares someone from death as well, there's very.
It's actually really funny. It's all revealed later that she can heal any wound, but the person has to be on the brink of death beforehand. So hence why you see her massacre in the people she used. It's hilarious. She's actually a really good character. You see a lot more of her in season 4.
I will also say as well, this is directed by Takayuki Igarashi, and his credits, he starts out working on some Sailor Moon sequels, but he also does a bunch of other favourites, because he did Soul Eater, and he did Ouran High School Host Club.
Tonal dissonance.
Dissonance.
But I mean, that's the mark of a good director, isn't it?
Which is kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting, because from what I've heard, this one is very close to the manga, whereas Soul Eater, they kind of drift from the manga.
Well,
in all fairness, I think it's because Soul Eater at the time wasn't done.
Yes.
Like, there was still a decent amount of the manga that had to be adapted. Which is why I'm really hoping for a remake in the near future.
Yeah, did you guys finish the manga?
I did.
I never read the manga.
I did finish the manga.
I've heard a lot of people say the manga ending was better.
It is better, yeah. It is better.
Which is weird, because I like the anime ending.
Yeah, they did a kind of like...
Wait, you're definitely an unpopular opinion for you, because it turns up on a lot of worst anime endings, or...
I didn't mind it that much. I mean, granted, I didn't like that Maki turned out to be a weapon herself.
Yeah, I thought that was...
I thought that was kind of dumb, but...
That doesn't happen in the manga.
I didn't think so. I don't mind it that much. In all fairness, I like the journey towards it. I like all the characters. It's like one main reason story is one of my favourites.
Okay. Reese, you went up to episode 7 because it was a
cliffhanger
on 6, and you wanted to make sure you had an opinion on that one. The same reason I went. I was pretty much. I kind of didn't really like the finale of season 1.
Didn't you?
No, I thought it was a bit of like that feels like a mid-season.
They
rather
do
than an ending.
They do that kind of most of the seasons kind of do that often. They sort of have an ending that doesn't really feel connected to the rest of the season. Kind of just off like an end point.
Also, whoever did the art for that other realm they go to has watched a lot of Digimon.
Yes.
In fact, I would definitely say there's a bit of a Digimon influence in this.
Maybe.
Yeah.
There's certainly some of the imagery feels very similar.
Yeah, who's that character who creates the illusory world early on? It's one of the
I know what you mean.
That's very digital.
Yeah.
Another one you mean.
Oh great, now it's in my head now. I'm going digital.
Tanizaki.
The incest brother.
I like when powers in the series, like similar to like JoJo and stuff, like just vary so wildly from like the one person to the next. It's not like in Naruto where it's like an established power system.
I like that also with each power there are set rules as well.
Yes,
Like for example, Kunikida's Dopo Poe, he can create anything as long as it's the size of his notebook.
Yes, that's so crazy.
I kind of like
That is, yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I think power levels have never been a strong one in my opinion. One of the reasons I like, one of the things I liked about Dragon Ball is that they introduced them, but then I've started. Oh, that's a weakness for the villains because they underestimate their opponents.
Yeah.
Because the power levels are clearly bullshit.
Yeah. To quote Dragon Ball Z abridged. So Piccolo struggled against Nappa, but he's able to, but he's holding his own against second phase Frieza. Either did a lot of training on screen, or power levels are bullshit.
Yeah. I did a load of push-ups in extra gravity, therefore I'm busted now.
Yeah. So, Vegeta, that was not very Paragon Renegade for life.
No, but it made me think. Like, I mean, in Hunter x Hunter, they have like this Nen system, and it doesn't matter how much Nen you have. It's like how your power matches up against opponents. It just makes me think of whose lines it anyway. When the points, what is it? The
points don't matter.
Yeah, the points just do not matter.
It's where the rules are made up and the points don't matter.
It, sorry, yeah.
Well, very quickly up, and the points don't matter. The points are like Liverpool in the Premiership.
Sorry, actually, we never
Sorry, Grandad.
Sorry, we've gone this long. We never actually talked about what the show's even about.
Well, it's basically a detective story.
Yeah, show's basically about detective agency versus the mafia.
Yes.
And everyone has special powers.
But the weird thing is, the whole, I don't think I take the name the Port Mafia seriously. It's not. It's not a name that strikes fear.
The reason why is because they're in a port town and they do a lot of their work around the port.
Yeah.
I see it less as a name they took themselves, more of a name that just kind of stuck.
Yeah, I like that because one of the characters said, I think they're fittingly called the Port Mafia. I was like,
yeah.
You're the author. You wrote this character and the name of the Port Mafia.
In all fairness, were you watching in dub?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that would probably be why it might have been changed for English speakers.
Point about the protagonist's dub voice. Whenever he screams, he sounds like Morty from Rick and Morty.
And Atsushi screams a lot.
Here's one about Dazai's gag about wanting to commit suicide with a beautiful woman.
Yes.
Yeah, that's actually another part to his real life counterpart because he did take his life in a double suicide.
Okay.
Do we think because of the even with the knowledge of the history behind it, do we think that's aged a bit badly?
I was a bit worried that you guys would be like, I don't really like these committing suicide.
Yeah, no, I mean like.
I feel like it's the same as the incest.
It's so over the top.
It's like it's so over the top that it's tough to take it seriously.
Yes, no, exactly.
That's why I said it doesn't bother me. And I'm saying, do you think would bother other people?
I feel like it would bother some more sensitive people. I would say.
I feel like it would be a bell curve. Like at first I was like, oh, this is funny. Like this is his bit, and then it was like happening a lot. And then, I feel like over time you just get used to it.
You will be happy to know we do see that happen less in later seasons.
Yeah.
Also,
but that's more because we see less of him in later seasons.
Okay.
Also, for the love of God, please tell me we stop seeing that exact same flashback for Nakajima as the seasons go on, because that got annoying real fast. Just every time seeing. You'd be better off dying in a ditch over and over again. We get it.
That is more of a first season thing, I think. I think we still do occasionally see it in the later seasons, but not nearly as often.
We get it. He's traumatized. Move on.
So yeah, like it's like supernatural detectives with like a mafia element, and then there's also a mystery around why this character has powers and why they're after him, kind of thing.
Good God, you must be really good in therapy. Oh my God, we get it. You have problems. Move on.
Look, you're autistic. You're not special. Get out.
For the love of God, please don't make this a thing that I have to edit out.
We're autistic. Me and him are autistic. It's fine.
So that's why that joke. So that's why they get away with that joke.
Those two can't.
Yeah, we're not allowed to say that.
We.
I definitely not lost.
Now, before I get cancelled.
We're way beyond that now.
I will admit though, I think one of my favourite characters in the series was weirdly Izumi.
Izumi, yeah, Kyoka, you mean?
Yeah, she gets a cool.
Kyoka's awesome. She's dope. She's beyond where you stopped. I think she's introduced in episode 8.
Haven't.
And she gets the whole arc about. I think she sticks around for future seasons.
Yeah, she does. She's a cool member. She's a member of the detective agency now.
Yeah. Also, while we're on the subject, that is the worst introduction idea of how to initiate someone into a detective agency I've ever seen in my life. Episode 2, weird as fuck.
I do find, like, here's the thing I really like about the show. I do like that it does a lot of the, the first season at least does a lot of these sort of gotcha moments. Like, I think, for example, where Atsushi is running back to the detective agency because the Port Mafia is raiding it, and he's yeah, there are going to be spoilers, by the way. I probably shouldn't mention this. And he's worried. I'm talking to the camera, like audience. I don't know. And he's running back to sort of like try and help them because he's worried they're going to get killed. Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
They completely clobber them. It's just like, yeah, this happens like every week. It's fine.
I like the kind of twist at the end of the first episode because it doesn't really like. It sets the expectation that obviously like there's something weird going on, like why is this character on his own, and then obviously there's this like tiger pursuing him. Like finding out at the end of the first episode that he is the tiger and there's a lot more to this, I thought was a nice lead in. I thought it was a really strong start.
Yeah, definitely.
But it is his power is to turn into his first owner though.
Yes, yeah, as many of us wish.
Why do you think I relate to him so much?
That's the problem. I'd be a shark though, so I'd end up losing, just dying from being not in water.
Straight sharks. Everything, right?
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. I mean, Thingamajig from Naruto's a shark.
Yeah, Kasami's fine.
He can breathe.
Yeah.
I mean, Arlong.
Touche. Sharks are cool.
Sharks are cool.
They are cool.
Good, Cal. Let's get the first suits on order. You can go to a cosplay. No, I swear I'm cosplaying as a street shark.
Ordering left shark costume must be speed.
Yes. How do we get onto that?
Moving personas.
That was it, yeah.
I would say it was a strong. I think it was a strong series. I would say though, compared to Blood Blockade Battlefront, I don't think the first season left as strong of an impact.
How come?
I think Blood Blockade Battlefront, because it's the first season's rather self-contained because they do a bunch of anime-only stuff. As a result, it means there was a stronger story, stronger characters. Whereas I feel like Bungo Stray Dogs is setting up for it's a good setup, but it's setting up for a longer story.
Yeah, you could kind of. I'd say yes and no. I think it does have a really good start for a first season for something that is kind of meant to be building up for later on. Because the last episode is just build up for season 2. But I still think it does a good job with introducing the detective agency and everything.
Yeah, because season 1 does a good job of setting up the characters.
Yeah.
Not so much an overarching plot.
And I was going to say also, I wasn't massively intimidated by the mafia in any way because like they get had off like within. I mean, they shoot the incest characters and then.
I'd say Akutagawa is more portrayed as the threat of the Port Mafia.
Yes. And then of course, partway through the series, you get the whole thing of now as a Splinter set off. Which I actually thought that was strong. Because I was like, okay, so the Port Mafia is not as united as they made out they were. That's an interesting angle to go down. Modern angle.
But the Port Mafia are really cool. Like especially as you continue going into the series.
It's cool. It's kind of it's a little bit like you could picture this kind of in the My Hero world almost, couldn't you? Like like sort of organisations outside of the heroes, kind of this sort of.
Actually, no. Do you know what it reminded me of? It's a video game that I got, and Elliot played it.
Master Tobacco's Raincode.
Yes, it really reminded me quite a bit of Raincode about how the organisations work in that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Just to speak about Darker Than Black, this is a show I loved when I was a kid. It's kind of like from the mafia sides, but each.
That's the most emo title I've ever heard.
No,
in my life.
It's so emo. You fucking love it, Elliot. It's so edgy.
I love emo stuff. I probably would.
It's so good. It's from it's from like the mafia perspective. People have powers, but then these powers have costs. So sometimes like they might need to like put a knife through their hand, or like they'll need to. Repeat like a phrase a number of
times. That's even the most emo poster.
It is.
It's Hot Topic personified. I've just seen the poster.
It's excellent.
From 2007.
I kind of want to watch that now.
Oh, I highly recommend.
I want to point out one of his top recommendations here is Bebop and Claymore and Death Note.
Yeah, there you go.
This is all for you, Elliot.
I've got 3 of those things.
I watched a little bit into the second season and it didn't grab me. But the first season of Dark and Black is great. Anyway, sorry, back onto.
We're going back to because we are doing a bunch of comparisons because we've done Blood Blockade Battlefront, and we're doing That one, but yeah, no, Blood Blockade Battlefront. But go to Darker Than Black. We'll go back to Mind One in a minute. But.
Oh no, sorry, I was done.
Well, Blood Blockade Battlefront. I think the comparison between the very similar protagonists.
Yeah.
Between the two, so Blood Blockade Battlefront has the guy who can sort of see things that others can't because of his a deal with a devil he's done with his sister has done.
So I think the difference is Blood Blockade Battlefront, all the powers in that have to do with blood, so the powers are a bit more connected.
Yeah, that's another difference. Whereas the Stray Dogs are a little more.
Yeah, meanwhile the gifted powers are definitely sort of their own thing.
Do they go a bit more into detail in later seasons about the origin behind how the powers work and stuff like that, or is it a bit?
Not that as far as I've seen. They're just kind of there, which I think is fine. You don't need to know how the sausage.
You don't need to explain everything. Yeah, I agree. I was. It wasn't a criticism. It was a curiosity more than anything else.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But it may be.
It's like you don't need to explain the stands in JoJo. They're just there.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Don't need to explain the juices in Naruto. They exist.
Yeah, no. Some things. Put it this way: some things need an explanation. Some things don't. It depends how much it affects the story by not having an explanation.
Yeah.
So, terrible example, but the new reboot of The Crow doesn't explain enough about what's going on. So as a result, it means it's a load of nonsense happening. And you're like, well, why is that like that?
I think as an example, just to do another example, with Death Note, you kind of need to understand how the book works, where it comes from, and all that stuff.
Like, what are the limitations on it? Because otherwise,
yeah, exactly. Because a big part of the beginning is experimenting with it.
Yes.
So,
and it would be one of, and so that you need explanations behind it.
And it kind of also shows the kind of person that Light is, because even Ryuk said that that he's discovered things that even Shinigamis don't know. And they created Death Notes.
Yeah, and I think core to that story is also understanding the powers of that, whereas this is there's loads of different powers. The interest is in seeing how they interact.
Yeah. You don't really need to see how the powers in this are very simple, so they're very easy to understand. You don't really need a massive explanation.
No. Simple like me.
Were you expecting us to agree, deny? Or...
I was expecting an agreement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Considering I am a simple idiot.
You're not a simple cat.
You're a complex idiot.
Annoyingly complex.
That's as complex as it gets.
Proof exactly.
Yeah.
That's the most I've made you laugh in ages. All I had to do was that.
I don't know why. It's just. Anyway.
That's the most. I think I was better off flossing.
Maybe. Don't do that.
Oh, a sentence of floss, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think of the sort of more episodic nature of the first season?
I thought it was fine.
I think considering it has to set up the characters,
Yeah.
it's better.
I will say, in later seasons, they do have more season-long arcs. As a matter of fact, seasons 4 and 5 are both just a single arc, split into two.
No, I like episodic to start, because then you learn the world, you learn the characters, and then you can...
Yeah, exactly.
Well, here's the thing, guys. Do you think this makes it better as a binge show because of its episodic nature? Is it better as a binge show, or do you reckon it would be better if you were watching it from week to week?
I don't know, because I did both. I started watching Bungo Stray Dogs when season 4 came out, and I managed to binge through seasons 2 and 3 in a week. And then I was watching week by week for seasons 4 and 5, and I enjoyed both equally.
Yeah.
Because it's weird because I just assumed in my head because I saw a video said that scientifically binge watching actually hurts shows more than it helps them because it generates less conversation.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Takes time.
Yeah, I think that's because shows see what they're doing creators judge shows by the numbers they create at the time of release rather than over time.
Yeah,
it's why in movies the biggest time for them is during the domestic opening weekend.
Yes.
That's why The Crow's going to feel horribly.
Yeah, I think it would work for either. Just in my mind, because it doesn't have bad pacing like long running shows. So they lend themselves well to binging, don't they?
Yeah. So. But at the same time, you might not necessarily feel that if you've started from the beginning. So I never felt that with My Hero Academia because I have started that from the beginning.
Yes.
So that one. So with that one, I was never really feeling it in the same way other people did. Do you think that would have been different if But now I think someone now wanting to jump into it, My Hero Academia is going to say, "Oh, look at all those episodes," and just not bother.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Most
I mean, I think it depends on how committed you are to going through the show. Like, for example, I started watching One Piece around, like, I think the middle of the Great Ninja War.
Oh right, okay.
So
how long ago was that?
yeah, that was I had like probably 500 episodes to get through.
Yeah.
I still managed to fully catch up.
Yes.
Granted, that's because I was skipping
Oh sorry.
seasons and seasons of filler.
Wait, sorry. Did you say you started watching One Piece or Naruto?
Naruto.
Oh, sorry. You said One Piece.
Yeah,
okay.
you did.
Did I say One Piece?
Yeah,
because I was going to
One Piece.
say, like, I was trying to think where One Piece.
I meant Naruto.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, if you're gonna, it's always easier to binge shit when you're a kid, frankly, when you're young. Like, I mean, I watched Naruto and then One Piece and then Dragon Ball Z.
I think also if things are new to you, like I still remember a joke and meme about anime that I really relate to, which is like when you first got into it, you watch like 100 episodes in a week, and then later I managed 2 shows this year.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Like, good God, I still remember when I first got into Naruto, I watched like the final Sasuke arc in a single sitting. I was just like, how?
Yeah. I think
I watched it in sub as well. That's more work.
Annoyingly, I binged a lot of One Piece around my GCSEs, which explains a lot about my life.
How do I employ you again?
Good question, Cal.
Nepotism.
Don't think too hard about this. I'm here now.
No,
It's okay. That's okay. I started watching Death Note and Code Geass when I first started college.
Well, yeah.
Probably why I was moved down to a lower class.
I was going to say that explains a great many things. Okay, so I would say I would say what are we doing? What's everyone's favourite character? Do we think from what we watched?
Looking at the profile, I like Doppo Kunikida.
Kunikida is a very strong one.
Kunikida's a really good character.
I like his personality, his traits.
I'm gonna say with Kunikida because I think I relate to him so well. The put upon. Oh, what now?
Yeah.
Yeah, with him having to deal with Dazai.
Yeah.
You are the Dazai of this group, Elliot.
What was the character with that super deduction, but he didn't actually have powers?
Oh, Rampo.
Rampo's one of the fan
Wait,
favorites.
it's not a power?
Yeah,
He
said at the end of the last episode he doesn't have a gift. He's just
Sick.
naturally good at deduction.
And unfortunately, it's very difficult to enjoy him in the dub because he's voiced by Vic Mignogna.
God. I did not know that.
Same.
No, I didn't realise until I looked.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Funimation was employing him pre-allegations.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a generic answer because it's a massive fan favorite, but Dazai.
Yeah, it does. It's cool.
Because he's funny, but he also has like a level of badassery that I really enjoy.
Who's voiced by Kaji Tang, who's the original voice actor for Guts, I believe.
Ah,
That's cool.
He's Vegeta's voice as well.
He's
that's
good.
sick.
Who voices Kunikido actually? I thought it was Chris Sabat in the dub.
It's not. It's Patrick Seitz.
Okay, so yeah.
He's
Dio.
He's Frankie in dub, and he's also Dio in dub. He's Endeavour in dub as well,
That's crazy.
and Luxus Deira for the fairy tale fans.
Oh.
And the further list of how can Luxor. Another example of how bad can we make the villain this time that no one ever believes he'll join the good guys afterwards. Oh wait, he does.
Yeah.
Every time!
Yeah.
Fairy tale, every time. The bad guy becomes a good guy the next season.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
It's like the opposite of One Piece.
That's basically Naruto. No, not Naruto. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Your move!
Yeah.
Actually, that's pretty much Vanguard as well.
How
many card game animes have characters going from evil to good?
Infinite.
Yeah.
There will be more.
Wait until someone makes another Pokemon trading card game anime. Another one, I should say, because we do actually have one now.
Say again?
There is a Pokemon trading card game anime.
Is there?
It's on Pokemon's website. It's on Pokemon's YouTube page.
Did you know that there's
Pretty sure it's on Netflix as well.
It's called Path to the Peak.
Yeah, pretty sure I saw it on Netflix.
Oh, it's on Netflix as well.
I think so.
There's also
Unless I'm mistaken with Pokemon Concierge.
That's it. Pokemon Concierge is the stop motion series.
I saw that actually.
I watched that at
I
Christmas.
thought it was really cute.
That was
I
good.
like
There was
that.
a-
It was alright, it's pretty good.
There's also a Magic the Gathering. I think there's like 2 releases of the Magic the Gathering manga.
Yeah, there's a Magic the Gathering manga that's endorsed by Wizard, releasing in Jump. I think the first volume's actually coming over here in December.
There was also a number of years ago as well. So like they were playing like Vintage and Legacy and just doing ridiculous fucking combos. And
Strange enough, the one I'm thinking of is actually turns out to be a rom-com,
interesting.
which I find kind of funny.
Okay.
So, okay, incidentally, for us that watched it in dub, what do we think of the dub cast?
Pretty good.
Yeah, solid.
This is my first time watching season 1 in dub. I thought, I still think it's
I mean,
great.
it's a bit put down. I've got to be honest, it's a bit put down for me now, knowing that Mignana is in there. But
you've got to just. I mean, I don't have the ear for his voice. Like I don't recognise.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when am I ever going to watch Fullmetal Alchemist in sub?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Never mind. Also, exactly. But so who do we? Okay, so I'm going to say, sum it up. I think we all really like this show in some level.
I mean, I've watched the entire thing, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say as well, if you like this, every season gets better.
Okay, sure.
Every season tops the last. Like, honestly, season 5, if it didn't mean you guys would be watching 5 seasons, it would have been a wild card for me.
Really?
I'm waiting for done.
I really enjoyed it, yeah.
I will get back to it, but I've got to get back to Danmachi soon.
Yeah.
So is the anime still planning on going ahead?
As far as I'm aware, yeah, because season 5 ended on a big cliffhanger.
Okay.
So they are definitely preparing for a season 6, I believe.
Yeah, as I said, I think they're just waiting for the manga to catch up at the minute. Because the
So
manga's a little bit behind.
on that note,
Though I think the manga might be entering its final arc. So I think season 6 might be the last.
Can I just ask something? I just want to say about the sort of like main character having this power and not knowing beforehand.
Yeah.
Like it reminded me a little bit of Kaiju number 8, like him just kind of spontaneously getting this. Like do they go more into that mystery and like why he in particular is so interesting?
Not really, no.
Okay, sure.
I think kind of the idea of it is just. This is just me guessing, mind you, it's not really confirmed, but gifted just get their powers when they are just born with their powers and they don't realise they have it till like later.
Right, okay.
That's just an assumption though, judging by what I've seen with Atsushi.
Okay, so they might not have covered it.
Yeah, they don't. I don't think they really go into detail with it.
Okay.
okay, I'm gonna ask you guys, out of 10, what would you give what you saw?
I would give it a high 7, like 7.8.
I'd go Ren. What about you?
I'd probably say about 7.5 probably.
I'm gonna go a bit higher. I'm gonna say 8. 8 because it's very strong in the first season. I just want a little bit more going forward, which I'm pretty sure comes in the next few seasons.
First season, I'll give it like a low to mid 8. As I said, every time it goes up every time though. Like 4 and 5 are in the 9s for me.
I think as well, if this is like your first anime of this kind, we've mentioned at least 2 other shows similar to it, and Frederick is nearing the camera. I think probably like a really good place to start for it.
Yeah, I'd say honestly, I'd say it's a really good one for like if it's someone's first time watching an anime.
Yeah, definitely.
I think this would be a good recommendation.
Definitely.
So I think the main question is, are you gonna keep watching it?
After I'm done with Danmachi, it'll be likely on my list.
Yeah.
Woo!
At least we'll get to the end of the first season, and I'll see where I'm at.
Yeah,
But of course, we've got a lot to cover because.
As I said, there are 5 seasons. All I ask is when season 6 is announced, please try and catch up. All right.
And is every season 12 episodes?
Yeah, every season 12 episodes.
I'll have it on 1.5 speed.
I will give you a bit of warning at the beginning of seasons 4, 2, 3, and 4. They do sort of go into like a mini flashback arc for like the first 3 episodes.
Fuck off!
Like episode 12.5 kind of thing, or you just to sort of recap?
No, not a recap. Like we go into characters. Like I believe first 3 episodes of season 2, we go into Dazai's backstory when he was a member of the Port Mafia.
Look, I'm fine with that. Yeah. No. What
Yeah, it's not a recap. It's like
what I'm more got a problem is oh god, is it going to be like Haruhi Suzumiya all over again?
Nah, they are actually really good.
Genuinely, actually, there was one.
Like the Detective Agency members that actually have really interesting backstories.
Genuinely, when I was watching that doing research, I ended up saying, okay, I'm certain they're not going to do it for another episode, so I'm just going to skip to the last one, and it'll definitely not do it. It's done it again!
Yeah, I remember.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Bizarre. I'm watching One Piece anime through with Claire. We're in the Arlong arc, and it's in. We were going through like Nami's flashback, and then like it was like 2 or 3 episodes, and then just like kind of like went back to the present time, and it was like, oh shit, yeah, that's over now. Okay, sure.
I still remember when I was reading when I was first reading Claymore. We spent like a couple volumes going through Claire's backstory with Teresa,
right? Okay.
And like that was a bit jarring. I was like, okay, that's kind of come out of nowhere.
Yes.
Oh, we're back. That's just okay.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's good, I enjoyed it.
Hey, if it wasn't for a Claymore, I don't think there'd be a Stellar Blade.
Yeah, for the love of God, remake Claymore, please. I want to see more of that. I want to see the manga become actually. You tell the rest of that manga story.
So I think we did a pretty good job with this one.
Yeah.
I'd like to do
much shorter episodes than normal. But hey,
I'd like to do another 6 episodes in the next couple of months. I'd say.
Is our next one seasonal roundup?
Our next one is seasonal roundup though, so I'm looking forward to doing that one. A lot of good shows this season.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot to talk about.
Absolutely.
Surprisingly, not too many disappointments as well. I mean, there were shows that disappointed me, but not really any upsets. Or major upsets, at least.
I feel like this is a good one, just like generally, there are opinions, you know, it's not like lackluster. We'll have things to say about them.
Yeah, but at the minute, I think there's a clear winner for me.
Really?
Maybe clear winner, I'm saying...
Oh, wait, I think I know what it is, yeah.
Ultimate Muscle.
We bad boys from outer space. Ultimate muscle. He's a body slayer.
The human race.
I need to catch up on that actually.
I haven't watched it. I haven't even started it.
Oh, it's good on it.
I already have one sequel I'm trying to catch up on, and another I'm planning on starting soon. I don't have time for another.
I'm a bit behind on Oshinoko, for example.
Just a random question. Are there things you guys are watching or looking to watch at the moment that isn't like seasonal currently? Like what's on your radar that you just kind of want to get to soon?
Well,
because I'm reading the manga at the minute, I really want to watch The Grey Man.
Oh shit! Yeah, I read the first few chapters of that. I really like that.
I'm 40 chapters in. It's really good. Yeah. I'm really enjoying it.
I want to get back to Danmachi at some point. I think.
Yeah.
I don't think Danmachi will be a very good one for this because season 1 is a bit rough.
Season 1's a very rough start.
Yeah. I do like season 1, but yeah, I do get. But
season 2 and 3 is when it gets really good.
Yeah. And season 4, holy shit.
What about you, Reece? Anything?
Nothing really in a minute.
No, fair enough.
Just try and catch up on everything else.
Yes, I'm behind as well, to be fair.
I would say...
I'm more just saying I watch a lot of stuff in the background while I'm playing games.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm doing that a bit as well. I mean, manga-wise, I've been catching up on a few things.
Wait, what are you reading?
I'm really getting back into Tonikawa.
Cool, yeah.
When have you not been into that?
But thanks to Viz Media now, it's much easier. Putting the app over here, it's much easier to get the episodes on time, to get the chapters on time.
Oh, cool.
I've been still reading One Piece, still reading Claymore, still reading The Grey Man. Really enjoying one called Shiba Inu Rooms.
Don't know.
Basically, it's a very recent one. Basically, it's an apartment complex that's haunted by a bunch of Shiba Inu puppies.
Fun.
It's cute.
And
they can all talk.
Elegant yokai apartments, but with dogs.
Yeah. Basically, there's also I've been reading...
Well, actually, another one I'm reading currently, really enjoying, Ruri Dragon.
Okay.
It went on a 2-year hiatus just at the start because of the author's health, and now they're letting the author take his time.
Yes.
The time with it, so it's like coming out every 2 or 3 weeks rather than every week.
Yeah.
Basically, a slice of life where a girl realizes she's part dragon and has to sort of deal with it.
And becomes a maid and then moves to the human world.
It is really fun, actually. I do really like it. Like, it won 2nd place in the recent manga awards show, which I really like.
I've also been catching up with. There's also a bunch of romance manga that's hit good milestones. Like Komi Can't Communicate's hit a good milestone.
Okay, yeah.
Not really hit a massive milestone, just kind of like the same milestone we saw
previously.
Yeah.
My Dress Up Darling hit a milestone.
Yeah.
A few others have hit milestones.
Rent a Girlfriend hasn't.
Yeah, Uzaki-chan hit a milestone.
Oh wow, yeah.
And again, because the manga author forgot to add extra panels in for the publication of the trade volume.
Let me guess, say fuck.
Close.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Claire and I were both wanting to get back to watching Gurren Lagann and
Kill
Kill again.
But I'll also...
It's better to watch them.
I'll say...
they're pretty sure they're on Crunchyroll.
I don't think... I don't think so.
I'll lend you my Blu-ray next time I see you.
Oh yes. that's
Yeah,
right.
I've got my Blu-ray of Gorilla Gang.
It's not on
I
Crunchyroll.
was going to say yeah, and I don't think Killer Kill is either.
Oh.
Weirdly, the last streaming service that we watched it on was fucking Channel 4 for some reason had it for a period of time.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, but
I will
it's not
say,
on
I
there.
think it's on Netflix actually, Kill Kill.
Oh, maybe it was for a time, wasn't
I
it?
think
Yeah.
Gorilla Gang is actually. It's on something. I know that.
Yeah, I'll have a
Yeah.
check.
But anyway, also I did read the end of My Hero Academia since we've been gone.
What do you think?
I like it more than most people.
Okay.
Most people were a bit off on it.
I mean-
I thought the ending was fine.
I mean, massive news. Hunter x Hunter's returning.
Yes.
And Jujutsu Kaisen's ending.
Wow. Okay.
That has like less than 5 chapters.
Oh yeah, you
left.
want to know one I did go back to, Elliot? Couple of Cuckoos, and I'm very addicted to it now. I've bought loads of the manga and everything.
I'm the only one of us who actually liked the anime.
Yeah, I'd say
I'd like
I'll
to
join
know.
you in liking that one now. I should have
And
given it more time.
I'm scared second season. Haruno Hakurenai's getting the second season. I was not expecting that one to get one. I'm so happy it is.
Which was that?
Little girl, big dude, little girl's quiet.
Oh yes, I remember. Yeah.
That one's so good. I'm so happy it's back.
Okay, so we'll be back next month with our seasonal roundup, which I think is going to be a very interesting one because I don't know what everyone's opinion is on.
Everyone's been very quiet, except for you. Your favourite's pretty obvious.
I would say there is something that's come along in a few weeks that's challenged it, but I don't know.
I mean, currently, I'll be honest. Currently, I have a definite winner. I'm not saying what it is.
I've lapsed with watching stuff recently, so I'm going to re-enter it and then sort of.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. Oh wait, guys. You know what? I'm in a good mood. Let's go get some food. Food's on my up. Ah shit. Lost my wallet on the way back from Germany.
Get to fucking.
Okay.
Goodbye.
I'll see you guys in a few months.